What happened to the Barons of Hell at the end of Episode 2, Mission 8 in Doom? And what is the story of the Tower of Babel? Throughout the story of the original game, the Doom Marine would encounter many creatures from Hell. As he bled through many battles, he pushed on to continue his fight. His journey would not end, destroying countless enemies that stood before him. Along the way, he fought against the Hell Knights, a goat-like demon with an appetite for death and carnage. If that wasn't enough, the Doom Marine would face off against the Barons of Hell, an even tougher version of the Hell Knights. They were powerful, demonic creatures and able to withstand a lot of punishment. Up until now, there was nothing stronger than a Baron of Hell. So, at the beginning of Episode 2, Mission 8, who could have killed the 4 Barons of Hell? They were hung up and disemboweled, having suffered injuries like a torn arm, a missing leg, a huge hole in their abdomen, and also some scratch marks. Whatever did this, the Doom Marine has yet to see it. Seeing the corpse of a Baron of Hell does give you the sense that there is something bigger and stronger out there. The Doom game in 2016 did mention some lore about the Hell Knights and the Barons of Hell. Although they were similar in some small way, Hell Knights were placed in arenas and used as gladiators. They were later in charge of guarding important relics from Hell. And the Baron of Hell, they were seen as one of the strongest monsters from Hell. Therefore, they were placed as the royal guard of an unknown Dark Lord. So, what could have killed such a large monster from Hell? This area gives the player a sense of disbelief that there was something stronger than a Baron of Hell. Hell is known to be a hostile place, where the demons fight against each other, so this could have been the result of infighting. But one other theory is that the Cyber Demon could have killed them off, because they could not stop the Doom Marine, so he punished them for their failure. You can see the scratch marks on their legs might possibly match the size of the Cyber Demon's hand, and the large hole in their chest might have been from a rocket, along with the other limbs being blown off from the explosion. But since the lost souls were seen in the area of the Cyber Demon, it seems they were left alive. So perhaps the Barons were punished because they were seen as lieutenants in Hell's army. The final level in Episode 2, Mission 8, does have an interesting name. This level is called the Tower of Babel, and it's named after a biblical story where humans tried to build a tower to heaven, but this was later destroyed by God. The ending of Episode 2, Mission 8, does have some connection to the story. It says that Deimos floats above Hell itself, acting as some sort of bridge to Hell. Now, I found it really interesting how these two are connected, yet separated by their place in heaven and hell. The tower to heaven was destroyed by God, but the pathway to hell was destroyed by a man. So, it adds a deep understanding to how persistent man can be in trying to reach past their mortal realm. The Tower of Babel is also seen being constructed by the forces of Hell as the Doom Marine is advancing in the story. When Doom was ported to Sony PlayStation and Sega Saturn, this level was pushed back after Episode 3 Mission 7. Perhaps this was meant to delay the big reveal of the Cyber Demon. The sky graphics were changed and they added some Mancubus monsters. The opening area seems to be missing the Barons of Hell hanging on the wall. They were replaced with something else. Some other ports like the 3DO, Jaguar, and Game Boy Advanced would use the Tower of Babel name for another level, but it did not have the Cyber Demon boss. Since Episode 2 takes place on an asteroid called Deimos, it was originally supposed to be full of UAC facilities, but since it was being overrun by demonic forces, they were later altered by the demonic invaders. The environment then gets twisted and corrupted and replaced with wood, marble, and stone. This change would clearly represent the name of Episode 2, The Shores of Hell, giving you a small look into how different Hell would appear. The Tower of Babel is also listed as being the only level in Episode 2 to not have the plasma gun. While the music selected for this stage was called Nobody Told Me About ID, it was a reference to the Doom manual not listing anything about some monsters, like the Cyber Demon. The ending in Doom gives us an explanation of the game's name. It says, you opened a portal from hell to earth, and in doing so, many demons invaded Earth. along with the cities being overrun by monsters, your pet rabbit Daisy was killed, because while the Doom Marine tried to do the good thing, his actions led to something worse, and so Doom is a reference to the events unfolding. Earth is eventually doomed. So that covers some information about the Tower of Babel and the mystery of the Barons of Hell that were found hanging on the wall. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid Glow, and I'll see you in the next video.